In the beginning of the week, when I start my food prep for the week, one of the first things I like to do is go through my produce store and just see like what I have to use up. So I'm starting with some leeks, and I'm going to throw together a quick soup in my Instapot. You know, parsnips are such a nice addition to a soup. It almost has the texture of a potato, and once it's cooked down into the soup, it's kind of actually hard to tell it apart from the potato, but it adds this flavor, this really great depth of flavor that you might not be able to quite put your finger on, but it really adds a lot to the soup. So I highly recommend giving it a try if you haven't. And I'm just dicing these into medium small pieces to add to the soup. I'm going to also add a couple of carrots to my soup. Sometimes if you're cutting a carrot, it makes it a little easier to cut it in half first and then go ahead and cut it down the center. That way it just gives you a little bit more control. Put the flat side down and chop away. I'm going to just dice this celery, add it right to the Instapot with the rest of our veggies. Now that I have the veggies cut up and added, I'm going to go ahead and add some chicken stock. Now I'm really shooting for a soup that has some good anti-inflammatory aspects to it, and so I'm going to actually add some turmeric, and I'm also going to add some black pepper because black pepper is going to help you absorb that turmeric by over 2,000%, and it's going to make a huge difference. So we're going to add the black pepper next. Now we are going to be adding some super greens and some cabbage to the soup, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to actually cook this down for 10 minutes in my pressurizer. And then we're going to go back in, we're going to open it up, add the greens, add the cabbage, and cook it for 5 more minutes in that Instapot. So here we go. We're going to get this going. I'm also going to take the juice from one fresh lemon here and get that in here, and it's going to bring out all those flavors without having to add extra salt. We're going to add some juice from a fresh lemon here, and not only is that going to give it a little kick of acid and just bring all those flavors out, but it's a great alternative to salt, which is normally what we use to bring out the flavors, but instead we're going to try lemon this time.